Yeah, well, welcome everyone. Tonight we are lucky to have TJ Manastersky with us. First night of two that he's going to spend with Scottish Ice Hockey. Tonight on the coaches webinar, well, not just coaches tonight because we've asked players from under 18 and SNL to join too if they were willing to. He's going to do a little presentation on playing without the puck. So to give you a little bit of information about TJ, although I'm sure he'll introduce himself. He is the head coach at NCAA's Curry College. He's held that position for 9 years now. TJ, am I right in saying, I know you were the youngest NCAA coach at the time when you were appointed. Were you the youngest ever?
I don't know. That's a great question. Probably not.
Okay, there's some homework for you for Friday night then, okay? Yeah. So usual rules, guys. If you can keep your microphones on mute, please. If you've got any questions, if you stick them in the chat box, feel free to stick them in as the presentations go in, or if you want to wait until the end, it's entirely up to you. And the best way to watch these webinars, if you click on speaker view, that way you're just looking at the presenter and not the boxes of everyone's face on the Zoom call, okay? So TJ, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Stephen. And great job with my last name. That gets butchered over here.
Did I get that right, did I?
Yeah, that was perfect. That was perfect. And no, thank you for the opportunity. This is terrific. I'm excited. I just got my ancestry.com results back. I'm 39% Scottish, so I'm just like you all, no problem. And probably the only person more excited than me right now is my mom, that I'm talking to a bunch of people in Scotland. So she's doing the Highland Fling at home now, and it's all great. So I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk about a topic that, regardless of your age, whether you're under 11 to men's, it's never too early to teach it, and it can always get better. And it's a differentiator in your ability to go from one level to the next. And that's your play without the puck. And when you think about how often you have the puck in a game, it's not very much. And you think about how many times you even get to shoot the puck in a game. It's not very often. So if you want to be a good player and contribute and be able to adapt to the higher levels as you go, it will be determined by what you do without the puck, as much, if not more so, than with the puck. It's also not a sort of sexy topic. And there's some marketing that goes into teaching it, because players want to have the puck. They want to score goals. So when you don't have the puck, if your team is on offense, there's certainly a role and responsibilities when you don't have the puck to help support the offense. What I chose to focus on, though, is our play without the puck from a defensive standpoint. How can we get the puck back? So I'm just going to share my screen right now and get into this. So to me, playing without the puck is about the skills and the habits that are necessary to play fast and score goals. So we want to connect these skills and habits of playing great defense with the act of actually creating offense. And the sooner that players understand, the better they are without the puck in defense, the more offense they will create. On my team, our philosophy is, when we're on defense, we want to recover the puck. We want to get the puck back as soon as possible. So every system that we play fits into that idea. So we're going to be an aggressive team in the way that we defend, and also a sense of urgency to defend. And then once we get the puck back, that's our best chance to score. We want to attack in transition, because when you immediately after you take the puck from the other team is the best opportunity you have to score. They are usually spread out. They may have 1, 2, 3, or 4, or even 5 players on the offensive side of the puck. And now you have it. Now you have an opportunity to take advantage of this superiority of numbers that you have in transition to offense in that moment. And there's it's the best chance to score goals. So what we talk about is this 8-5-3 transition. And this is more of a mindset than anything else for our team. So when I say 8-5-3, our players know what it means. And what it means is, if you look at this diagram, in the green would be green for go and offenses. So when you take the puck, so let's say you're in the defensive zone and you take the puck off the other team, on average, it's going to take 8 seconds for the other team to return to their full defensive posture in their defensive zone. So you want to try to score or create a chance in less than 8 seconds, if you can. In the neutral zone, if you take the puck off of them and now you transition to offense, you want to try to do this in 5 seconds. And in the offensive zone, so if you think of a forecheck, you take the puck off of them. All right, now you have 3 seconds to try to attack the net. So, you know, we're not standing there with a stopwatch to say that you've got to do it in this time. But we know that on average, through thousands and thousands of clips, that this is what it takes. This is the amount of time it takes teams to recover. So it's a mindset. It's an idea that when we attack in transition, we want to do it as fast as possible. But more relevant to my presentation is the transition to defense. So the red. So when we turn the puck over or the other team eventually takes it from us and we're in the offensive zone, this mindset, this urgency to recover and do it faster than 8 seconds. And that's how we teach the urgency, okay? And again, so if I'll finish the thought here for you. If we lost the puck in the neutral zone, we would have 5 seconds to recover. And if we turn the puck over in our defensive zone, it's pretty quick. We got to get back and recover in 3 seconds. When we're transitioning to defense, so we've just given up the puck, whether we turned it over or they took it from us, either way, we have some principles with which we want to play. The first is we want to pressure the puck. And the reason we want to pressure the puck is we want to slow them down, right? If they're likely trying to go as fast as possible to create a chance at this point. So we want to pressure the puck, slow them down, and buy time for our recovery effort, right? This is just your back checking, your hard work. We need to recover. We want to shrink that time, 8, 5, 3 seconds to 7, 4, 2, whatever it is. That effort needs to be there by all of our players. And then once we're in a position where we can impact the play, we want to take away space as soon as possible. So as we get through some of these clips, you'll see these principles alive. And the skills and the habits that lead to offense are our stick skills, reloading, angling, and our second player race. And those are the 4 key areas that I'm going to talk about today, which are the skills and habits that we're going to play and we can develop at any age, right? At under 11 to men's. So when we talk about stick skills, the first most important thing is have your stick on the ice all the time, right? Especially if you don't have the puck. It should be intentional with what you're doing with your stick. So you can be stick on puck or blade on blade is the term. So you're just putting your stick right onto the puck carrier's stick. You can use it to take away passing lanes. You can use it to stick lift, so lift their stick and strip the puck, or influence the direction of the other team with your stick. I'll show you some examples. So we are in the purple team right here. Okay. We're in the offensive zone. Right now, we have our high forward, our F3 that we call him. He's right around on the dot. And our puck carrier is going to try to pass a puck to him. It's not going to make it. Okay, now, this is it. This is recovery effort. Watch the guy who turned the puck over. Few strides right away. Effort, lift the stick. Now transition. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and now we score. So we were vulnerable there off that first, when our pass did not connect. If the other team was able to attack, they had an opportunity to attack on the rush with an odd man rush. But our effort and our stick skill to get the puck back created this mini 3-on-2 in transition for a goal. So we're attacking, and now you're going to see the effort. Okay, now we're taking away a passing lane. So we disrupt the pass. Our next guy comes in, stick on puck, and transition, and it's a goal. This is an important clip right here. We are in white now. We're at home. This is our high F3. He is coming on an angle, and he's going to have stick on puck. But the other thing, talk about recovery effort. These are our low forwards. Their job is to win the race, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I love how they're getting ahead of their defensemen. Their back-checking effort here, their recovery effort is terrific. We come in here, we get stick on the puck. Okay, it slows them down. We recover. Now we get the puck. We transition. Okay, and it leads to a beautiful goal. Number 8 gets the goal. Number 7 did all the work, though, to get the puck back. Oops. So we are in white. We're playing a purple team. You see the recovery effort. Great sticks on the ice. Great gap by our defenseman. Good stick on puck here. We can see his stick in the screen here. We have great gap. We're going to break it up, break up the play. We push the puck to the weak side of the ice, and we transition in speed. We're able to score a nice goal. Seemingly harmless play here. This is neutral zone defense. We're in white again. This player here is just going to have a nice stick right on the puck here. It's going to disrupt the pass so it doesn't go off on target. We're able to push it forward. Good puck support. And we're going to score a nice goal that started with just a simple stick on puck in the neutral zone. And sometimes it's just about a mindset of being persistent. So we try a pass, it doesn't work, but we just stick with it. Winning a puck battle, now he wins a race, gets to the net. Okay, we score a nice goal. This is a penalty kill forecheck, and this sort of has everything in one. So here's our forechecker. He's trying to lift the stick. He's relentless. He's got stick on puck. He's going to get stick on puck here with a poke. And now we get a nice shorthanded goal because of his effort. Excellent stuff. Reloading is just about the getting back above the puck. So when the puck turns over in the offensive zone, this is more specific to our forwards. And it's a great indication of our recovery effort, the 8-5-3 mindset. So what we're telling our forwards is we want to get back above the puck. We want our low forwards in particular to immediately, the thought is 5 hard strides. As soon as the puck exchanges hands, and now it's in the other team's stick and they're trying to break out, 5 hard strides. That's their thought immediately. And then the next thing is win the race. And what we're saying there is we want our low forwards to beat their defensemen to the top of the circles, win that race. And the reason for that is that if you win that race, their defensemen are way less likely to continue to join the attack. They're going to look up and they're going to see 5 Curry jerseys, and it's just too much effort to get involved for not enough reward. They're just going to now mosey on up the ice and play defense. So we want to prevent them from activating a 4th player into the rush. So that's why we say win the race. And it's about getting back above the puck. So this is Nashville breaking out. And now we've got Tampa Bay transition to defense. Their low forwards have to get back up the ice, win the race. Now this Tampa Bay player has to get back above the puck, which he does nicely. You're going to see his good stick. And that's the thing. As we show these clips, I should note, you're going to start to see all these skills blend together. You're going to see reloads. You're going to see great sticks. You're going to see angles. You're going to see all of these things that all sort of blend together. But now, because of that effort, the reload, Tampa Bay has good gap with their D. And now they can transition and create offense. This is Nashville's turn. So Nashville now is attacking the net. Sorry. Here we go. So right now, this is transition. As soon as Tampa gets it, you want to be watching the yellow jerseys right away. Like, that's beautiful. Those 5 hard strides, back above the puck. This player, back above the puck. They're angling, good sticks. The D have good gap, and now they force a dump in. So here's Curry College on the forecheck. Okay, our F1 does a good job disrupting loose puck. Our second player is going to win a second player race, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Okay, so now we're in the offensive zone. We have a D, comes down, keeps the play alive. The puck switches corners. Now, right here, this player is pressuring the puck. Terrific. These 2 players reload, recovery effort. Great. What I want you to watch is, as I play this, you're going to see our player put his stick up in the air. He's going to finish his check. But the puck's going to move forward because he didn't do a good job with his stick. If he had stick on the puck, we could have kept the puck in the zone. But his stick comes up, but we're still back above the puck. We're here, we're back above the puck again, and we force a dump in. So this time, Carolina in black. They're doing a good job pressuring, getting a good chance. And then watch, back above the puck. Here we go. 11's back above the puck. Good stick to force it loose, and they get a good chance. Angling is a crucial skill, right? A mistake that's often made, especially at lower ages, is skating directly at somebody in a straight line, because now you become very easy to beat. You can't, and if you're beat, you're completely beat, right? You're totally in recovery mode. So the first, how we teach angling is we want to influence the direction of the puck carrier first. And we do that with our feet, like skating, and our stick. And we want to sweep them or force them or push them out of the middle of the ice, out towards outside of the dots, and then to the boards. And then we want to keep skating and get hip to hip. So basically right beside them. Then we want to get our stick on the puck. And then we want to cut the arms, which just means you skate right through his elbows. And that will separate the player from the puck. So this player here on our team is about 150 pounds, which on our team would be very light. This is a great example of how he can play very competitive on a forecheck. Very hard to play against. You can see his stick right now. He's influencing direction. He's protecting the good ice. He's forcing them up the boards. And he's taking an angle with his skating as well. Okay. Immediately, once they've committed to going up the boards, you saw the stick switch, stick on puck. Now he's going to finish right through his arms, creates a loose puck. Now we are in the offensive zone. We are creating offense. Okay, so here we are. We're in the offensive zone. We're going to lose this puck. This clip shows a few things. You're going to see 14, his 4 or 5 hard strides and get back, and is persistent with his stick. And this skater here, okay, is going to angle, protects the good ice, and now we create a turnover and a goal. Transition. This is Northeastern University in Boston, very high-end Division I hockey team. They're in black. So you first look at this forechecker. He's going hard on this defenseman stick. This is Harvard University they're playing against. And 2 hands hard on that defenseman stick. He's not even trying to finish his check. He's going hard on his stick. Now you're watching this player here. Looks like a reload. It's going to be an angle. It's all of those things that we're talking about. He's getting back above the puck. He's got a good stick. Using his stick to his advantage, slows them down, and then they don't get much out of it. Now, here's an area of the game that became really prevalent in the NHL probably like 5 or 6 years ago and is now getting more and more important at lower levels. And that's defensemen skating forwards when they defend and angling. So here's a situation that happens often. We're in the neutral zone. Nashville pushes the puck to the weak side. So there's a left defenseman on Tampa. You can see him here. So a lot of defensemen will just skate forward, pivot, and now skate backwards and defend. And the right defenseman would just skate backwards and defend. But if you want to take away space, there's a much more effective way to do it. See how he turns, he skates forward, and now he's angling. So now he wants to get hip to hip, stick on puck. And look at his partner here. He's skating forwards and covering this player. The term for this that's used often is called surfing, when the defenseman surfs their player across the ice. Uses a good stick on puck, and they break it up. Now here's a very similar play. This is another college. This is Union College playing defense against Yale University. Yale's in white. So the puck in the neutral goes from strong side to the weak side. You've got the left defenseman on Union stepping forwards and angling. See, he's using his stick to influence direction and push him outside the dots. His partner, the right defenseman, is skating forwards, and he's going to play 18. Now, the first defenseman did a good job breaking up the pass, but if that pass had made it through to this player, you see how tight this right defenseman is on that guy? He's not getting anything, no space. Compared to just turning and skating backwards, Yale would have been able to just skate into the zone and maintain possession of the puck. But instead, they forward angled, they took away space, they created turnover, and now Union can transition and get an opportunity. So now we're watching Tampa Bay. They're going to turn it over. And boom, right away, look at this recovery effort you're going to see out of these Tampa Bay forwards. You're going to see 44, the right defenseman, skate forwards and surf with 47. See this? He's defending, skating forwards. Now Victor Hedman, he does this all the time. Now he steps forward, angles, uses a great stick, forces a dump in. It's a similar play here where they go strong side to weak side. Our right defenseman is going to step up and maybe do this a little bit more the old-fashioned way, but we will take it. Absolutely. Now he jumps in the play. That draws confusion, and it creates a wide open player for us to score. The fourth area and final area that I'm going to talk about is the second player race. So what this is, it's just about winning the race to the loose puck. So the first race is important, right? Who's going to get to the loose puck first? But then there creates a bit of a battle. Who is the next player, the second player on both teams that's going to get to that loose puck first? A term that this is often called is second quick. Situations where this happens a lot, if you think about the offensive zone, would be on the forecheck. So your first player in, your F1, does a good job, disrupts, separates their defenseman from the puck. Now there's a loose puck. Well, who gets that puck? Is it our F2? Is he there first? Or is it their defenseman or their low forward, whoever is back? Who's going to get the loose puck? That's important. It also happens in offensive zone play where you have the puck, you're working it down low. Now there's a battle, there's a loose puck. Who gets the second puck? That second puck race, okay? That's really important. In the defensive zone, it happens where maybe your defenseman is able to hit and pin and separate their forward from the puck. There's a loose puck. Who gets that puck? Is it going to be one of their forwards, or is it going to be our other defenseman or our low forward in the zone? So that's the race that matters. So we're going to dump this in. We have a little puck race here. Okay. There's our 7. He gets that puck, that second man race, and wins it. Gets a great chance. And from that, we get first on a puck. Now we get another shot attempt. Okay. All because we won a second man race. Here's another one. So we're here on a forecheck, purple. You're going to see this happens all the time. Like 11 on our team and 8 on their team are hip to hip. Anybody can get this second player race here. Who's going to win it? Okay, we get it. Quick to the front, and we score off forecheck right away. This is Northeastern again. So here's their F1. He's coming in. You can see 2 hands on his stick, strong. He's going to attack the puck. Here's their F2, second player race. Is he going to get this? Who's going to get? There it is. He gets it. Now Northeastern can attack and get chances. This is Northeastern again. They're in white. Okay, there's number 7. Good stick. Second player race in there. Now they have the puck. They're getting opportunities to score. Another one with Northeastern. So there's the loose puck. Now, here's the second player race. This takes effort. The puck is over here. Now, here's Northeastern F2, number 7. He's got to go all the way over there. Great stick. See how he leads with his stick. Now, another second player race right here. Okay, that's being hungry and relentless, winning those races, and it leads to offense. Here's an example in the defensive zone. So we're in white. We're in D zone. They shoot the puck, rebound goes to the corner. This play happens a lot. So we want our defenseman to close on this player quickly. You can see, so it's a loose puck. His back's to him. We want to be very aggressive and be quick to close on this player, take away his space immediately. Their player is in a tough situation. And then we want him to separate that player from the puck, which he's going to do a great job of. Good. And there's our low forward, wins that second player race. We make a quick play, get past their defenseman who stepped up, and we have a 3-on-1. And somehow don't score. So this is our retrieval situation. So the other team has dumped the puck. Now, this is clearly going to be a battle. We have 2 guys competing for ice to get to this puck. Likely to be a loose puck. Now, their player, their F2, he's going to go back behind the back post, probably anticipating that their player would just push it this way because that would be the right play. But he read the play just a little wrong, which happened, so he's not able to get in there. And there's our low forward, second player race. Now transition, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we've scored. And that was a defenseman who scored, who jumped into the rush. I was watching the women's hockey NCAA tournament, and a friend of mine coaches Colgate University's women's team, and they're one of the best teams in the country. And I was just so impressed with how they did all of these skills. Great sticks, great angling, great reloading, right? Winning the second player race. Like, it was very impressive. And when you think about women's hockey, they're not allowed to finish checks the way we are in men's hockey. So they become very good at these skills that I'm talking about. And they have to. It's the only way they can get the puck back, right? And so it behooves us at times to study what they're doing. And I'm just going to let this roll because I was so impressed, and I'll just talk you through it. But so Colgate is in white. They're just shooting the puck. They're playing Minnesota Duluth. So right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Puck changes sides. They're pressuring the puck. Recovery effort. There's that reload right through here. Stick on puck. Second player race. Okay. Pressure the puck by the D. Reload by the forward. Stick on puck. Reloading. Great angle. Stick on puck. Good gap. They dump it in. That took 37 seconds for Minnesota Duluth to get out of their zone. So now they're tired, right? They have to change. Colgate now knows this, so they're going to quick up and attack right away. And they did so quickly that their D did not get a chance to change. So now they get tired D. So they win the race, and now their defenseman falls right off because they're exhausted and they get a chance. So that's why it matters, and that's where we have to connect for our players. Yes, maybe reloading and stick on puck and forechecking isn't like the most glamorous thing, but that's how you win hockey games, because it forced Duluth 37 seconds to get out of their zone. So now they're tired. They have to change. The D don't change. Now they're tired. Colgate quick up back in the zone, and they take advantage of some tired defensemen. Like, the cumulative effects of that is how you win hockey games. So D steps up, good angle, good stick. And now Colgate can have some fun and play some offense. You're right. Sticks, sticks, sticks. Transition. From her knees. Stick on puck. And then you're going to watch the Duluth girl do the same thing. Now we got reloading by Colgate. Good step by this D, forward angle, and now you're watching stick on puck here by this left defenseman. It's outstanding stuff. I'm just going to show you a sampling of drills now that are good to use to reinforce all of these skills, just to get the juices going and some ideas. So just a quick little catch and shoot out of the corner. Get a second puck. And now this is a predetermined route. So this gives the advantage to the angler, the defender. So they have to time their skating, right? They want to force them to the outside. They want to get hip to hip. And they want to get stick on puck. And they want to cut his hands. Does a great job. This is a similar skill, much harder drill for the defender. So this player is going to come down the boards. You see, okay, first the stick, okay, influence, sweep them up the boards, get them out of the middle of the ice. Then you want to get hip to hip, stick on puck, cut their hands. There's another visual of it here. That's good. This is a simple drill to reinforce the forecheck. So you come in here, you're going to cut their arms, two hands hard, lift the stick, get it back, pass it to the dot for a quick shot. This is great for just stick on puck defending. It's great for taking away passing lanes. So what you have is a 2-on-2 in front of the net, a third player behind the net. They have 3 pucks. So the player behind the net is going to try to pass the puck to one of their teammates in front. The defenders have to have their head on a swivel, try to take away the passing lane. This is a simple 2-on-2 game in the neutral zone. It starts with the coach who will pass the puck to the goalie who sets it up behind the net. The offensive team has to pick this puck up and come behind the net, and the other team it starts out of an angle. So you put them in this angling situation to start the repetition, and then you just let them play hockey from there. Sorry. So this is a continuous drill. It has an angle, and it has back checking. It has everything. It's a great drill. So the puck carrier here, or the player in this corner, will pass the puck to White. White has to get outside of the blue line. They're going to step up an angle. You got the white player on this end. He's joining to make it a 2-on-1, and you have the purple player joining, back checking, make it a 2-on-2. So you'll see the angle here. Did a good job. Now they have to get up and angle again. Good. Nice play by the puck carrier. Then on a whistle, it starts out of the other end. So you'll see the white jersey this time pass it to purple, who's got to get over the blue line and attack one-on-one. The white player is going to get up, take away space and angle. Then the two players down here are coming all the way back down the ice to join their teammate. It takes a lot of communication, a lot of game-like situations. Blow the whistle, they go the other way, and the other side starts. If you're interested in some drills and some different things, you can use my name. I have a personal website that has a lot of resources on it, tjmanastersky.com. You can follow me on Twitter as well with my name at TJ Manastersky, and I'm pretty active in sharing resources, and I'm happy to continue the conversation with anybody off this call as well. And that's how actually Martin and I connected the first time. So that's a lot of talking for me. So I'm happy to answer any questions or feedback. And I know we have some great coaches on the call here. Maybe there's something that I missed or anything that you'd like to add. I'd be curious.
Oh, thanks for that, TJ. That was great. Guys, any questions, stick them in the chat box and we'll make sure we ask them all. TJ, I've just got one to kick off. How did you come up with your 8-5-3 system? How long did it take to to put in place, and what kind of did you get all your players buying into it straight away, or did they think it was a little, sort of what I'm getting at is sometimes when it's a little bit different, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for people to buy in,
Yeah, no, I know. I didn't do the thousands of hours to come up with that stat myself. I got it from a director of analytics for an NHL hockey team.
See, that was your chance to really pump your tires then.
No, listen, we're all borrowing and stealing from each other and then making it our own. There's no doubt about that. And it just made so much sense. I first started talking about it from the offensive standpoint, about how important it is to score in transition and to define what transition means for us, which is just when the puck changes from one team has it and now the other team has it. And that happens all over the ice. So that's a transition moment for us. And it's about us speaking the same language as a team. In terms of buy-in, I don't think I had any issue with it. And it's simple. Like I did it the one time today where I just counted down 8, 7, 6, 5, although it's amazing how often you can do that every time. And how like every time it falls within the 8 seconds or the 5 and the 3. So it's easy to prove it. And so I didn't face much resistance to it. I think it makes sense.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Martin, Barry? Martin, you've always got a question.
I know. Well, we used a kind of similar system at Lanarkshire where it was slightly different. We said that if you can sustain pressure in an offensive zone for 30 seconds by hard work, you're more than likely going to score a goal because the tiring and the wearing down of the opposition team. So we say you need to work hard for 30 seconds. And then the other stat was we used, if you lose the puck, you must get it back within 10 seconds. You must track back, work hard, get the puck back within 10 seconds to transition. We used that a lot. We didn't diagram it the way you diagrammed it a lot better than we did it, but we used a language which we got buy-in from some of the kids, and some of the kids just saunter back up the ice. They're 14-year-olds, they're too cool to work hard and track back. So it's you can see the kids that really want to do it, and then the kids that just don't buy in, or they just can't get the work ethic that you need to do that type of thing. It's quite tricky with the younger kids to get that work ethic.
Well, I think those are both great things, the 30 seconds and the 10 seconds. I think, honestly, I don't know how much it matters which ones you use. What matters is that your team understands what it means and how it fits to your identity and how it connects to winning hockey games. And that effort and the back checking, it's just a requirement. Like, for example, we used to say for our defensemen that pinching in the offensive zone or like taking a chance. And I don't know if some of the terms I'm using are the same as what you might use, but a defenseman stepping up in the offensive zone, we used to say, well, you have to look and make sure you have a forward who's coming back or who's high in the zone to let you to do that. But now, like, we don't have time for that. Like, you're just going, and forwards, you have to be back. It's just the way we're playing. And we're not, otherwise we're going to lose the chance to spend 30 seconds in the offensive zone, like you're saying, Martin. It takes effort to do that.
It does. Just see, when you're playing systems like that, TJ, are you using 3 lines? Are you using 4 lines?
Well, in our level, we are allowed to dress 19 skaters. So we will play 4 lines and 6 defensemen. So 3 pairs of D and 4 lines of forwards. And then we have an extra player. Sometimes that means a 7th defenseman. Sometimes that means a 13th forward. And it just depends on what our needs are at that point and whatever's going on with our team.
Okay. Yeah, just to sustain that level, you need that amount of players just to sustain the intensity level of that turnover.
Well, so the identity that we talk about with our team is we want to be disciplined, fast, and relentless. And we define what those are. And relentless for us is, the reload. Like, that's a great example of, when you know it when you see it, the back checking. Like, that's part of it. And then how we define fast is we actually, how we measure it is in odd man rushes against. Yeah. So our goal is 3 odd man rushes against or less in a game. And we feel that if we give up 3 or less, that's going to help us win. And that's how we measure if we're playing fast. And that it's actually coming back into our end, the defense set of it. And that's a way for us to reinforce it. And, but back to relentless, how we measure that is 35-second shifts. So yeah, we need those numbers on our bench, but we also have to have short shifts to play that way. Yeah. So 35 seconds is our sort of guide.
Yeah, I think that's a thing in Scotland that we're maybe not so good at. I think a lot of us are shift length 1.5 minutes, sometimes 2 minutes, playing 2 lines, and that culture needs to change, I think, here in Scotland.
Yeah. Well, one thing we do is I have my equipment manager on the bench with a stopwatch, and every time our centerman goes over the boards, he starts it. When it gets to 25 seconds, he yells 25 out loud on our bench. The guys on the ice can't really hear it, but it's just a reminder to everybody else on the bench. Okay, shift lengths matter. And okay, it's been 25 seconds. We're looking for an opportunity to change now. Be ready. And he tracks how long the shifts are. And you know what? There's a lot of times they're over 35 seconds. But well, you can look at the end of a period and go, okay, well, you guys have been out there consistently for 50 or 60 seconds. Like, that's too long. So we can address it immediately.
Yeah, we've got a culture to change from that one.
So we've got a few questions in. Whose turn is it to read the questions out tonight?
I think it's Barry's.
I think it is. I did it Friday.
Oh, yeah, pick on the quiet guy.
the runner.
Yeah, I've got my breath back now, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just before we go into questions, I was just going to say that I think that it's more of an observation in this country than anything else, but seeing practices all over the country and all different levels, I think that this kind of stuff and the reloading and the hustling and the effort, that's something that I think we miss out a lot in our practices. You know, you'll see teams at age groups and senior teams, they'll work on breakouts till the cows come home.
Yeah.
You know, they'll work on some end zone play, they'll work on some PP, and very rarely are they working on this sort of stuff. So I think it's another missing piece of the puzzle that everybody should take probably a lot from and take it and run kind of thing, you know.
One thing I would say that helps with that is, like, let's say you're playing some sort of a game, whatever. It's like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 in the zone. But you have one team that's on offense and one team that's on defense. The defending team, when they get the puck, like, the drill doesn't end until the defending team can skate the puck out of the zone. So the offensive team, so you're watching for this. And when the team gets the puck and the defending team, and they skate out of the zone, what did the offensive team do? Did they reload? Did they try to stop them from getting out? Like, so often in our practices, it's here too, like, the drill ends when you take the shot. It's over. But that's not real life. Like, that's not the game. You have to now get the puck back. So you got to train that habit. So if the players don't reload and don't try, and even we'll tell our guys, even if there's no chance at all that you're going to catch this player, we need to see you skating as fast as you can and skate out of the zone as fast as you can. And it's just an expectation. And if they don't do it, then we have to hold them accountable in some way to remind them.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we've got some good questions here and observations and stuff as well. Eric Young. Eric says, great information and very similar to the soccer principle of defending from the front. To maximise a team grasping this concept, would you advise rotating players to experience all positions at the younger age groups? And at what age would you advise start to specialise in terms of position?
I would advise experiencing different positions. And we even experimented that, like, at our level, everybody has a specialized position, but there are days in practice when they might play a different position, even maybe not for the whole day, but for one drill or parts of a drill, because it helps you connect the whole piece together, right? And it builds empathy too, if you think about it. Like, if you're a forward and all of a sudden you have to practice as a defenseman, and you're going to go back and retrieve a puck that's been dumped in, and you got guys coming down trying to kill you, now you understand what that feels like and what that situation is like. And you learn how you can better support your defenseman in that situation moving forward. And definitely at younger ages, I would definitely suggest rotating, experiencing different positions, and building a more well-rounded viewpoint of the game. And a personal note, I have two boys. They're 4 and 2 years old. They don't play hockey yet. I hope they play hockey. We will see. But what I will do if they want is I want them to play center until they're about like 12 years old. And then I want to move them and be defensemen after that. So I want them to play center, play the whole 200 feet of the ice, have the puck on their stick all the time, think offensively, learn some defensive responsibility, and then go specialize as a defenseman and hopefully have a little more offensive skill set and thinking than maybe somebody who's just played defense their whole life.
Yeah. Okay. Brody K, he says, as a defenseman, when angling the forward, should I shadow them to make them make a play, or should I make contact?
I think you want to keep closing on them until the puck is no longer on their stick. So keep taking away space, and you may have to make contact. And it's not about making contact to make contact. It's to do it smart. And you want to skate right through their elbows, and you can separate them from the puck. You can lift their stick with your stick. Sometimes just taking the angle and taking away the space, they end up moving the puck. They sense it. They feel the pressure, and they're more likely to dump it in, or maybe they try to make a fancy move. And if you're in position, you take them out. But yeah, you just keep closing space.
Okay, good question. Ross Murray says, great presentation. Quick question from me on the D-man angling in the neutral zone trend stemming from the NHL level. Is that due to the attacking forwards using more speed through a neutral zone on the transition?
Well, it goes back to like the principles of what we want to do. Like we want to take away space. Like we want to, the best way to eliminate speed on the other team is to not let them gain speed. So you starts in the offensive zone. So you're seeing defensemen now, what they'll do is when the puck is in the corner, they won't stand on the blue line. Like let's say it's a battle in the corner. They won't stand on the blue line. They will, what we call shrinking the zone. They'll start moving right up, maybe to the top of the circles. Or they might even, you might see them standing right on top of the winger on the boards. So if the puck comes out of the corner to their winger, the D is already on him. He can't even build any speed. So I think it comes from that philosophy of taking away space and preventing them from, building up that speed. And I think the other thing too is if you think of yourself, if you were skating down the ice with the puck, would you rather play the defenseman who's just skating backwards and giving you that space and time? Or do you want or the guy who's getting up in your face and taking away space and forcing you to make plays? You'd rather you want the space, right? So it's harder to play against defensemen who are skating this way, but it's hard. And it's hard for the D, especially if you've grown up not playing this way. Like there's an adjustment to it. And it takes a high level of skating ability to do it. So your defensemen really have to become, in my opinion, on my team, I think my defensemen should be the best skaters on my team.
Okay. Next one is from Ben Kerry, who's one of our junior netminders. He says, what role does a netminder play in these scenarios?
Stop the puck.
Yeah.
Great question. Well, when stuff's happening in the other zone, there's not much that you can do about that. But you want to know what the system, how you're defending these situations. So if you imagine a 3-on-2 against, or the other team's attacking, you want to know if your D are trying to forward angle and take away space, and so that you can anticipate where the open player might be and anticipate if your D don't make the play, and if your forwards aren't back checking, that you can anticipate where the puck might go. And then being aware of where their players are, which way do they shoot? So if the pass comes across, is he a right-handed shot, a left-handed shot? Can he one-time the puck? Does he have to catch it and then shoot it? Right? You want to be processing all of this information really quickly, which even me just talking about it sounds hard. I don't envy the goaltending position.
Okay. Mark, what are you doing to me here? Okay, I'm going to go for it. We use SAGs for training for the most part. When trying to teach angling and pressure principles to younger kids, how would you suggest making these game-like, but by only using a smaller area? For example, overcoming normal ice markings.
I think in general, small area games are very good at teaching the principles of time and space. So just playing them, even if you didn't do anything as a coach, you're going to intuitively as a player start to recognize when things work, when things didn't work. But you can give them some cues to help them, like the difference between a complete player and an incomplete player. So a complete player is somebody who has the puck on their stick, they're facing you, their head's up, they're ready, they can make a play. So you have to approach that player differently as a defender. Like you can't just rush at them as fast as you want and in a straight line and try to play them, because they're in a position of strength. They can make a move, they can make a pass, and they can beat you. So now you have to contain a little bit more, take an angle, a little more patient in how you defend versus an incomplete player. So recognizing these trigger points. So if there's a puck on the boards, right? that's a moment to be aggressive and take away space immediately, because that player has to go, guys, put his head down, find the puck, turn, get up, now see what his options are. Like, that's a difficult situation. So if you see the numbers on the back of their jersey, the puck is on usually it's yellow. Sometimes it's blue, but like on the boards, you know, if it's a bobbling puck, it's bouncing. So recognizing when a player is incomplete, that's a moment to really bring pressure. And so I think that's one good concept to teach that within you can put that into any small area game.
Yeah. Great questions tonight. Question from Joe. Do you always press the defenseman on the penalty kill in the defensive zone?
When you say press, I'm reading that to mean like pressure, like be aggressive. Is that accurate?
I think it means a forecheck when you're on the penalty kill. Are you forechecking on the penalty kill? Are you going a 3-1, or what are you doing on the penalty?
Yeah. So, well, it may change depending on who we're playing and what maybe their power play breakout is, what they're trying to do. But for the most part, our philosophy on the penalty kill is we're very aggressive. We send our forwards to forecheck hard, and we have a system for how we do it. And then our defensemen we call it gapping up. They'll get up the ice as much as they can. But a lot of times the other team will have one or two players that are stretching, that are behind them at the far blue line, so they can't get all the way up. But that's our system. But there's other ones where you wouldn't pressure at all. You kind of back off. You see this in the NHL a lot. Like, no teams in the NHL are sending their forwards really aggressively on the penalty kill forecheck. You see 4 players skating backwards in the neutral zone, and they end up building a wall basically across the blue line and forcing the other team to dump it in, which is why you've got NHL teams now, they do the drop pass, and then one player will now try to navigate their way through a stick handling against 4 guys that are standing still. So you get in these creative situations. But that's at our level, the aggressive penalty kill forecheck is very effective.
Okay. One more question at the moment, anyway. It's from Eric Young again. He says, you mentioned the 35-second shift. Do your junior teams, so U11, U13, follow this pattern, or are they similar to here, where we work more on a 90-second shift maximum?
Yeah, you know what? That's a great question. I don't know. And I recognize it's different, right? Like, at U11, U13 actually, believe it or not, start to get pretty serious over here. But U11, I think your priorities might be a little bit different. Like, it might not be as important to 35 seconds and we're playing to win this game. Like, maybe and I'm just thinking on the top of my head here because I don't know the answer, but like maybe there's more of an emphasis on being out there and feeling the game and touching the puck and stuff like that. Like, so I don't know what we do, but I know that the stuff that I do believe in for the younger age groups was brought up earlier, like trying different positions, small area games, cross ice hockey, more touches of the puck, more passes of the puck, more shooting of the puck. All that happens more often in small area games. And sure, full ice hockey is the game, so you're going to play it at some point, and that's important. But even at our level, we're doing things in small areas all the time.
Yeah. Good.
I would think 90. I think we've got to get away from 90-second shifts. I think that's an issue here because the intensity level just drops. You get to 60 seconds, it should have changed. You see this all the time. The intensity.
It's under 11s, obviously, it's buzzer hockey.
Buzzer hockey.
They're changing on a buzzer, so you've got to set that as something. And a minute's maybe not long enough for them, because if there's a whistle, it can take little kids 20 seconds to get lined up for the next face-off. They lose a third of their shift straight away. But yeah, I agree. There's the older age groups, thinking of the Scotland teams, for instance, at club level, some kids, we're saying 90 seconds, some kids go out on the ice for 3 minutes because their coach tells them to stay on. And then they come and play for Scotland, and it takes them, it's an adjustment for them to make, to be told to take 30, 40 second shifts.
Yeah.
Obviously, in Scottish hockey, the number of players that we have on some teams is 12, 13. So, again, your time on ice is per shift is a little bit different. Again, not many teams here, I don't really know of many at all, have the luxury of 4 lines. A lot of teams don't have the luxury of 3. So that obviously has an effect on the shift length as well.
Yeah.
Well, no teams here would have that many players at those ages either, right? Like, I mean, we probably have more teams, but you know, our players with like parents is like, you're not playing on a team of 4 lines. You know, we want, you know, they want 4D and 8 forwards. You know, that's the big thing. They want to get lots of ice time. Yeah, so that's interesting. Those are all interesting comments. I'm probably learning more than you at this point of the conversation.
Yeah. Interesting. That is
because of all the questions.
That's all the questions. I think everyone on here. I think there's definitely 3 or 4 sort of key takeaways that we can take from this each. You know, just with some of the points that we've spoke about tonight. So I think that's been really good and really useful.
Guys, just to let you know the story of how I got friends with TJ, it was through listening to a podcast. You know, I was out walking the dog, listening to a podcast, listening to one of TJ's podcasts, and just contacted him. So
then started stalking him.
I don't do stalking, Lynchy. It's a friendly communicate. So I think
ask Adam Oates.
Ask Adam Oates. Adam Oates. Adam Oates is communication manager. Sorry, didn't get to Adam Oates. Didn't get that far.
Still working on that. Still working on that one.
Yeah. Listen, this is not about me. So just there's a lesson there. You know, just listen to things, reach out to guys, and talk to guys.
Definitely. Well, on that note, I think we can wrap up tonight. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for TJ for giving up his time tonight. We're looking forward to you coming back on Friday for our next episode of Friday Night Live. TJ, if you could just spend a couple of quick minutes telling us what you're going to maybe potentially talk about on Friday for anyone that's going to be joining the call then too, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. I mean, my feeling is that Friday would be a little more informal than maybe this.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like I'll share some information about college hockey in the United States and what it's like and some of the, you know, how do you get there and educate a little bit on what that is. And, you know, I think open up some question and answer and like there's a path, right? And, you know, you get from U11 in Scotland to playing NCAA hockey in United States. There's some things that will have to occur. And, you know, at least understanding what that path looks like. And if it's even something that you're interested in doing. And, you know, I think that's my general plan for Friday. And I'm looking forward to learning more and about your players and the people. And hopefully
be ready for some very obscure questions because we have a lot of our younger kids on the call on Friday night. I'll guarantee somebody's going to mention that move again, aren't they? The Michigan move. Somebody's going to mention that. Somebody's going to ask you what type of flex on your stick that you use. Somebody's going to the question. We'll warn you now. The questions are pretty random.
That's awesome. That's no problem. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Excellent.
Part of the fun.
Awesome.
Okay, everybody. So thanks very much for tuning in tonight. We'll let you all get off to your beds or whatever else you've got to do. And hope to see as many as we can on Friday night. Thanks, guys.
TJ, you want to hang on for a minute?
Sure.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.